7, a winner. Coming out again.
Come on, what's wrong? Hats.
6. Point is 6.
Place your bet.
He's back again.
No criticisms. Professor's a very nice man.
Number 17, black.
You lost again, Professor. We didn't even come close.
On the contrary, young lady, you may not have come close, but I am eminently satisfied.
Place your bets, please.
You see, number 17 is number 3 on my list of variables. Now, since 3 only appeared twice in the last 32 plays, 17, 28, and 4 were the obvious alternates to... You know, I think it'd be much better if you went back to playing your hunches, young lady.
Oh, no, Professor. I'm with you.
Oh, Mr. Lucky.
Hello, Professor. How's your luck tonight?
I've tried to make it clear to you that luck has nothing to do with it. You see, roulette, like all games, is a matter of mere probabilities or number sequences, if you will. And as soon as I've worked out the correct equation...
Oh, absolutely, Professor. You go right ahead.
You know, I must say you have a most unusual attitude. After all, when I have completed my calculations, I will undoubtedly put you out of business.
That's the way the ball bounces.
Number 13, black. Place your bets, please.
Oh, he worries me.
Please.
Do you hear the words he used? That big and with a slide rule.
Be grateful. Look at his following. The bird who said this country has no respect for mathematicians wasn't thinking about the people around the roulette wheel.
Now, listen, I don't mind ordinary system players, but when they carry books and wear glasses...
That only means they don't see well.
We could wind up with him as a new partner, you know?
Mind the store, will you? We're having guests.
Please.
Good house tonight, Mr. Lucky.
Very good, Alex.
Would you mind keeping that burning for me?
As long as you'd like.
Thank you. My name's Prudence. If you laugh, everything stops right here.
I never laugh at customers, only with them. Are you?
Prudent? What do you think?
I'm Mr. Lucky. I run the joint.
I know. I've been helping support you.
Well, thank you.
Thank the tired old gentleman who provided the money. I like your boat. Too bad it's so crowded.
I like crowds on my boat.
Always?
During business hours.
What do you do after business hours?
It depends.
On what?
And who I do it with.
You don't say.
Heavens to Betsy, it's a raid.
Not tonight, but one of these nights.
For Prudence, meet Lieutenant Rovacs. Lieutenant Rovacs, meet Prudence. He's a cop.
I do hope you didn't bring along any taxpayers' money, Lieutenant.
Only what they pay me. Can I talk to you?
Right now?
Unless I'm interrupting something.
Oh, Lieutenant. You're a hard man. You don't mind, do you?
I'll be on deck.
So will I, as soon as I can.
Now I know why some people turn to a life of crime.
Go ahead. I won't tell anyone.
Oh, I don't drink on duty. Except in the line of duty.
Of course.
Business must be good.
It's a living.
Yeah, I'll bet. You haven't noticed anything peculiar in your till lately, have you?
Like what?
Like $50 bills that ring with a dull thud?
Bad money?
Oh, very, very bad.
Should I have?
Someone's been pushing a lot of it through this port. From South America, Secret Service thinks.
It's beautiful. Good paper.
Yeah, it's coming through this harbor, all right, but we don't know how. We got it figured it was close to $1 million last month. Also got a tip that another $1 million is due. I wouldn't be surprised to see some of that money come across your tables.
I don't approve of counterfeiting. It's unethical.
Oh, thank you. You know, you occupy a very unique position. You're the only person I know who can sit out here 3 miles from shore and not arouse curiosity. And you're out here all the time.
You mean something's going on out here somewhere and you'd like to know what it is? Well, I haven't noticed a thing, Lieutenant. Fishing boats, a few tankers, the usual.
You haven't been looking for anything either. I think it'd be to your advantage if you started.
Okay. We'll keep our eyes open. All right?
That's all I ask.
He's got a nerve.
Who?
Your policeman friend.
He was just doing his civic duty.
You have a little civic duty toward me.
I'll never let it be said I'm not a good citizen.
I think I hate you.
I thought I heard a launch.
Well, if I can't compete with launches, I better take you someplace where there aren't any.
Like where?
Like I have a coffee pot at my place.
I'm also disturbed by coffee pots.
Then I won't plug it in right away. I just love sunrises. Do they still have sunsets?
I believe so.
I must get up for one someday.
Lazy. I've usually been up for hours by sunset. Every day, the same old grind.
I'm gonna beat you tonight.
You should know better. Nobody wins at roulette.
The professor will, and I'm with him.
Professor Lander, my favorite shill.
Does he work for you?
Well, he doesn't know it, but he's got a system. And loyal little followers like you. I love people with systems.
He's a very smart man.
He's an educated man. There's a difference. He's professor of mathematics at Wilbur College.
No, he isn't.
Oh?
I went to Wilbur College. The math teacher was Miss Steelhammer.
Steelhammer?
I flunked.
Well, that figures. You're dating yourself. Professor Lander's been at Wilbur College for 15 years. How old are you anyway?
Never mind when I graduated. Wasn't that long ago.
Could a good professor be fibbing?
I always get romantic at dawn.
It isn't dawn yet.
I always get romantic just before dawn, too.
Good morning, Eddie.
Good morning, Mr. Lucky.
You're up uncommonly early.
You don't know much about fish, do you?
Well, not that kind of fish. What luck?
A little bitty perch and a boat.
I won't bite. Next, you'll tell me it came from a school of fish.
No, I made it, Mr. Lucky. I fished it out when I first got here.
The basic theory of games. J. Arnold.
What does that mean, Mr. Lucky?
I don't know, Eddie. I don't know. did this terrible thing to you?
Oh, that's funny. If you would inform the gendarmerie about the hours we keep here.
The what?
The Guardia Civil in your office.
You'd better be in on this, too. You always get up this early?
I haven't been to bed yet. Maybe I should take up gambling. Coffee?
No, thanks.
You know, I can't get over the way the police in this country take their job so serious.
What can we do for you besides giving you breakfast?
Anything interesting happened last night?
Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, not with the girl. The other matter.
What other matter?
Some nasty people have been pushing some illegal tender through the port.
In chips or money?
Money.
Oh, that's too bad.
I haven't noticed anything, Lieutenant.
Well, they got $500,000 ashore last night. I can't understand it. Treasury Department's got this port sealed up like a drum, and still it keeps coming in. The rumble is there's another $500,000 due tonight.
Greedy, greedy.
Oh, come on now. This isn't funny. $1 million in 2 nights? I'm going to be prowling the docks all night. Now, if you hear anything or see anything, and I do mean anything, get in touch with the dispatcher. He'll call me.
Okay, if you'll do me a favor.
What's that?
Check the faculty at Wilbur College. Find out if a Professor Lander is in the math department.
Why?
I have a feeling the good professor is taking me.
Oh, you want me to help stop him?
Well, I don't mind being broken, but not by a professor. Think of my reputation.
I often do. It gives me the shudders.
Hey,
All right. I'll make your call for you. Just keep your eyes open for me.
You're faded.
That's because I haven't been sleeping much lately.
Oh, I wish he would.
Well, good evening, Professor.
Oh, evening, Mr. Lucky.
Have you captured that escape cosign yet, Professor?
Since I'm a charitable man, I advise you to call your insurance agent and see if your annuities are paid up.
By George, you've done it.
So it would seem. I shall see you later in the evening at the cashier.
He's a crook. That's it, and that's all.
That's it?
And that's all. I'll give you 8 to 5 on it.
Those are very nice odds.
Professor.
Oh, yes, of course. Now, let's see.
Told you to look out for those glasses. He's starting to win.
He can't win.
He's winning.
You are a primitive. You believe in magic?
I believe in money. He's winning. Well, what do you want? It's a boat.
You don't say.
This is the ocean. It's full of boats. Fishing boat, maybe.
At this time of night?
Don't look at me. Argue with a fish. Oh, well, it's Rovacs' headache anyway.
Not if some of that phony green shows up here. Alex, did you see anyone down here?
No, sir.
Lucky!
It's wet. Heavy wax paper. About the size of a cigar box.
What do you Yankees know about cigars? It's too big. A book, maybe.
Alex had a book.
Watch your step, sir.
Thank you.
Alex, was he here?
Not him, the professor.
I assume all this has something to do with our previous discussions.
You get A for assumption. I wonder which one. You wouldn't like to tell us, Professor? I didn't think you would. This has got to be it. The Theory and Economics of Games, Dollins and Delby. It's a frothy little thing, Lieutenant. You'll love it.
I'm not interested in books.
You're interested in this book. Lieutenant, meet Professor Olander. Professor, Lieutenant Rovacs.
The bird from Wilbur College?
The bird not from Wilbur College.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to check him out for you.
Well, don't bother.
You wouldn't want to tell me what this is all about, would you?
These dripping gentlemen can give you all the details. They made the Fortuna a drop. Alec here got the phone and money aboard. The professor came on with a briefcase of books. He left with a briefcase of books. Only one of them was a different book.
Do you think his system would have worked?
Who?
The professor.
What professor?
I forget. Oh, you're much nicer than roulette. Lucky. What made you become a gambler?
Same thing that made you become a woman. It's the way things are. Never try to change the way things are. It's a sucker's bet.
But you love money.
Oh, not really. I happen to be fond of paying my income tax.
Money's a wonderful thing to have.
In the right place.
I've got a lot of it.
Well, that's one of the places.
More than enough for two. You, wouldn't even have to run a gambling ship for a living. Oh, it's a wonderful world if you can afford it. That's a sort of a proposition.
Very attractive one. Would I get a diamond-studded collar?
Would you wear it?
Would you?
Maybe. Depends who was holding the leash.
I don't like leashes from either end.
And I thought gamblers liked a sure thing.
Oh, a sure thing is nice and safe. It keeps you out of trouble. But it's very, very dull. Could I interest you in a wide-open contest?
You couldn't keep me away.
Hey, Lucky, I was just going over the figure. That's it. And that's all.